Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, thanks to our God Allah who has given us mercy and blessing. So we came to attend to each video, and my salam and salam always be given to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has bring us from the darkness era, Jahiliyah era, to the likeness era, Islam era. Okay. Uh, in this occasion, I would like to uh, explain about my vocation is TKJ, Teknik Komputer Jaringan, is mean like working engineer. And this occasion, I would like to explain about routine. If before I explain about switching like VLAN, trunking, and uh, interface VLAN, and this time I would like to, to explain about routine. Okay, first of all, in a routine, uh, with in the routine, we have a routine that okay, routine protocol. In routine is have two part. First part is EGP and IB, EGP dan IGP. EGP is mean external gateway protocol, and IGP is mean internal gateway protocol. In EGP, there is path vector, and the path vector there is a routine BGP for the gateway protocol. And in EGP, there is two part, is static and dynamic. Static is routing static, and dynamic is have two part, distance vector and state. And in distance vector, we have in distance vector, it have version 1 and now become version 2 and EGRP, and now become EGRP, and in link state we have routing ISPF and ISIS. But now the routing protocol most usually is BGP to connected the building. BGP to connected the building in other country, and for internal routing, EGP for external routing, and EGP for internal routing. The mostly used is EGRP or ISPF. RIP and ISIS is very useless. Okay, now I want to configure the routing static. How to configure routing static? Okay. we open Cisco Packet Tracer first. Okay. Ah, before I forgot to explain this one. Okay, if you first time open Cisco Packet Tracer, there is a menu like that, and you can use web login or user login. You use user login if you have account in Cisco Packet Tracer, in Cisco website, and if you don't have account in Cisco website, you can use the web login. But because I have account in Cisco, I use my account. Sorry. Before we mostly use the switch because switching is uh, we mostly use switch because the material is about VLAN trunking, VLAN and trunking, and now we mostly use the router because we want to. I want to explain about the layer 3, this means network layer, and before data link layer, and now network layer. It's router. Okay, I want to explain how to configuration the this topic. For example, we have 3 router, and the cable is this one. Okay, this is a different uh, switch and router. If you use switch, the cable is on automatically. This we forward the time. Now the cable switch is on automatically, but the router we must on the interface manual. Okay, this is a different. Yes. The configuration is simple, not difficult. Would you like to enter the initial configuration dialog? You must say no. Right now. You enter the interface G0/0/0, enter, and the configuration to turn on the interface is shut down. Tell me why the configuration, the interface still off? Because the in the other side of router is turned off. The interface is turned off. So uh, we must turn on in every side if you want to turn on the interface. Okay, please. Interface G0/0/0 test 2 1. Interface will be on. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Look, the interface is on. Okay, wait. And we must do same in router 1 to router 2. Okay. Okay. 0, 0, 6. Then or no as well. Shorten the business. Then I would like to write the IP first. Okay. For example, I want to use IP 10 10.1 in interface gig 0/0/0 in router 0 and switch to I would like to in router 0 in interface. Okay. In router 0 interface gig 0/0/0 I want to add and I want to put the IP. The IP is 10.10.10.1 and in router 1 in interface gig 0/0/0 I would like to the IP is 0.0.10.10.10.2 and router 1 in interface gig 0/0/1. The IP is 20.20.20 the 20.20 the 20.20.2 the dot one. So we easy to remember. And in router 2 in interface gig 0/0/0, the IP is 20.20.20.20.2. So if you use the routing static, you must introduce your if you want to use routing static, you must um, you must get know what the network IP in topology. Okay, in the configuration, or to if you want to look the routing table, you can comment do show IP show IP route. Okay, in IP route there is a code. Code is local. C code is connected. If you use the routing static, the code is S. S is mean static, and R for read, M for mobile, B for GP, and more. Okay. Okay. The configuration is if you want to look your IP in your router, you can comment do interface. The IP address is unsigned. Okay. We must configuration the IP address in every router first. So choose IP and address. Also to easier when we check the routing, we must input the interface loopback. Interface loopback is interface virtual. It's not interface. It's not like interface physical. If interface physical, we can look the interface, but interface loopback is virtual, and you cannot look the interface virtual, like interface loopback, interface what interface loopback, interface VPN. Okay. Yes. Oh, yeah, it was. Tunnel. Interface loopback. Interface loopback. yards. Nah, back interface number after if you configure interface physical, the interface like interface git or gate, the interface this one 0 Now if the interface look back, it use the number like interface look back 0, interface look back 1, interface look back 10, interface look back 15, and this what video would like to use interface look back 0. Interface look back 0, change that to up. Then slide interface physical, the IP address, like mostly interface loopback is subnet use /30. The IP is 1.1.1.1 and we use 255.0, but in interface loopback mostly we use 255.255. We check again to show brief. Again, shorten. Okay, the IP is up. Okay, done. Don't forget to save the option to write. Okay, now now and let's /24 to here. I want to change the default return name started with return 0, but if not this is if return 1 to 3. Now in return 3 we enter the configure terminal and the IP address. Okay, in router 2, we forget to put the IP in interface gig 0/0/0/0/1. Okay, in router 3, we put the interface interface web 0 IP address 3.3.3.255.255.255.255. Check show IP interface brief. Okay. Oh, this is in router. Okay, I forgot. Okay. First brief. Okay, to easier, we change the host name to right. Don't forget. Remember in Cisco, if we don't configuration do right, if our company turn off what power failure, the configuration is reset. What host name one do right, one R2 and R3. Okay, in router 3 we configure IP in interface G0/0/0 IP address 20.20.20.2, and don't forget to put the submax, and don't forget to use the IP loopback to easier, and don't forget to put IP address also 333.25.25. Enter do show IP interface brief. Okay, done, and we comment the routing static. Okay, you must in routing static the initial is like that. Router 1 is only know. Okay, in router 1 is only know a network 10 dot 10 dot 10 dot 10 dot 0 and loop back 1 dot 1 dot 1 dot 1 dot 1. This is the network the router 1 know. But network in router 2, okay, do show IP interface brief. Okay, show IP interface brief. Okay, wait. Then, okay, in router 1, we only know network 10.0 and network what 1.1.1 and network loopback, and in router 2 only know network 10.0, 20.0 and network loopback exactly 2.2.2.2.2, and in router 3 you only know network 20.0 and network loopback. Okay, so between interface gig 0 in router 1 and interface gig in router 2, interface gig in router 2, interface gig in router 2 0/0/0/0. Here the interface gig, the interface can connected, but if the router 1 want to ping to loopback in router 2, it cannot, because the network loopback in router 2, router 1, he don't know. The router he don't know the IP network loopback in router 2, and same if router 1 if router 1 want to ping to interface gig in router 2 0/0/0/1, he cannot ping because the network is different. Okay, so to connected all of these, we can configure a network static. Okay, let's go for example. IP route. IP route. Okay, IP route. The site is 20. Oh, we test ping first. Okay. Do ping 10.10.10.10.2. Okay, is sukses 80%. 80% is 100% because the is login. Okay, and if we ping the to loop back in router 2, it cannot. Okay, and same if we ping to 20 network. Okay, this cannot because router 1 don't know the network in network 20.0 and 2.0. Okay, 2.2.2 or loopback, reverse loopback in router 2. So again, we must do routing static again. The configuration is IP route 20.20.20. Dot 20. Okay, network. And after we put the network, we put the subnet max slash 0, and we put again the gateway. Okay, if router 1 to connection the network 20.0, the gateway is 10.10.10.2. So the gateway is 10.10.10.2. Okay, and we IP route again. IP route the IP loopback between router 2 and router 3. Okay, like this. Don't forget to put the network 2.2.2.2. Why don't like 2.2.2.0? Because /30 is only one use IP. That is okay, and don't forget to put the network, the subnet max. Don't forget to put the gateway. Gateway is SAMS. Okay, in this configuration, you can if you warm in one configuration or one IP, it's exactly don't work the routing static. Okay, IP route again. IP route the loopback in router 3. Don't forget to subnet mask and gateway. Sorry. Now we check. Do ping. It's success 100%. And okay. Before he done success, right? Check again. Okay. This one, the ping success rate is 0%. Before we use routing static, but after we use routing static, when we ping in loopback router 2, it's success rate 100%. Okay. Now, but in router 2, if router 2 want to ping to router 1 to loopback router 1, he cannot, because the router 2 don't know the network of a loopback router 1, but router 1 is already know loopback router 2 and router 3, but router 2 don't know the network loopback in router 1. So the configuration IP static is IP route SAMS. The network loopback in router 1 is 1.1.1.1 and don't forget to subnet max, and don't forget the gateway. The gateway router 2, if router 2 want to out the packet, the gateway is 10.10.10.1. Okay, sorry, my laptop is low bit. One just first. Okay, done. And we enter. And we check again. Do ping. Success rate is 100%. Don't forget to do right. Do right. And this one. We check the ping. Look back in 30. We cannot. Okay, because we don't already to put IV static to loop back router 3. Now we put IV static to loop back router 3. Put the network, put the subnet mask, and put the gateway. The gateway is 20.20.20.2. Okay, do right and do ping. Sorry, ping the back. Okay, success 80% because loading, and success 100% after loading. Okay, don't forget to do right. And in router 3, do SAMS. IP route the loopback in router 2. Subnet max and gateway. The gateway is 20.20.20.1. Okay, sorry. Oh, it's too much. Then we check. Okay. Put the loopback in router 1. Subnet max and the gateway. And he cannot. He can be. Okay. And finish to look the routing table. And now let's look the routing table. We show IP. Okay. before is blank, but now after we put IP static, the configuration is like this. Uh, the router 2 can connect network 1.1.1.1 is S. The code is S. S its mean is static, and via it mean like gateway. A gateway the gateway is 10.1 10.1 it's there, and Ch it's mean it's connected, it's directly connected, or directly connected it's mean like his network, his router 2 router to network, and L is local network, and okay, done. The static it's done. Now we want to learn about routing dynamic. The mostly use is routing dynamic, ISPF and RGRP. Okay, first the mostly use is routing ISPF, and now I want to explain about routing dynamic. Okay, the different thing about routing dynamic and routing static is routing static, the router must know the other of a network. Okay, for example, router 1 don't know network 20.0 and 2.2.2.2 and 3.3.3.3, or we call the loopback. So router 1 don't know network 20.0 and network loopback in router 2 and network loopback in router 3. So we must configuration the router 1 IP static to router to loopback router 2 to loopback network 20.0 to loopback network 3. But if we use routing dynamic, we don't do like this. We do only for example, like introduce our network. So we only configuration the router network, the own router network. So if for example router 1 have network 1.1.1.1 and network 10.10.10.10.0. Nah, the configuration is he only introduce the router 1 network and router 2. He only introduced the router 2 network, and router 3 he only use the router T network. It's very simple, because if we have much topology, like if we have uh, 10 router, if we use routing static, it's game poor or it's very tired. But if we use routing dynamic, it's very simple, because we only configure our router network. Okay, to shorten the time, let's configure routing dynamic, and this is and this then this time we use the routine dynamic OSPF. If the time, if we have, if we have time long, I want to explain also about the routines dynamic EGRP. But if you don't have, I would like to explain about routine SPF. Okay, first remember interface router will not automatically on. We must manually if we want to on. If you want to turn on, you must do. Okay, done. First, we put the ID. So, no. So, address. The zero check technology. Okay, this but in OSPF we have some unique and I explain this address. Set yes. I explain about AGRP first. In AGRP, it's very easy to get the confirmation. We uh, make AGRP. We must make SPF. OSPF. Okay. Nah, OSPF is process ID, but EGRP use autonomous system number. The difference is if router 1 configure OSPF 1 OSPF and in router 2 use OSPF router OSPF 2 and in router 3 router OSPF 3, but the topology it can connect, but even the OSPF process ID is different between the router, but in router IGRP, because he use autonomous system number, between router must same the autonomous system number. For example, router 1 use AS number 1 and router 2 must router 2 if want to connect router 1 to router 1, the autonomous system number AGRP is must same like router 1. If router 1 is auto AS number 5, router 2 must AS number 5, and router 3 also like that, same. Okay, now the configuration. The router OSPF 1, and we put our network. Remember, we put our network to see our network is same. To show that's this, and the network is this and this. Okay. Configure network. To look config router. The name is changed. Config, but is there config? But after configure a dynamic route, this is changed. Config router from R1 config to R1 config step router. Put the network 0, and in OSPF we use if we configure AGRP same. After we put the network, we put the subnet mask, but in OSPF after we put the network, we put the wildcard. What is wildcard? Wildcard. Okay. Wildcard. Okay. Now wildcard. Wildcard max. Wildcard max is it's what? It's outside the net max or submax. The formula is like that. Okay, if slash 24 netmark is 0, but the wildcard slash 24 is 0, 0, 0. dot. What is formula? The formula is uh, 5. It's minus minus that much. For example, slash 30. So 30 is sorry slash 32 sorry slash 30 the network is the 20 20 20 25 25 2. Okay. So the wildcard is only minus 20 20 20 20. Okay. This is only minus 2. We become 0 dot 0 0 0 0 and 3. So slash 30 next mark is this, but the wildcard from slash 30 is 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot 3. Okay, like that. Okay, I hope you understand and put the wildcard from slash 24 is 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot 20 dot 255. And don't forget the ISP if AJRP after put the net marks we directly enter, but in SPF we have area. The area 0 is area backbone, is the white is the center data, is the data center is in area 0, and we only use area 0, and every area the area is very much SPF area RD is 40 billion, or I don't know, but it's very much, but the area data center is area 0. Area 0 share the information to area 1 until this share the information. So if we have area 1, area 2, area 3, area 4, and anymore, the area must, okay, the area must connected by logical to area 0, okay. But in this time, I want to explain about SPF in other video. You can watch with Bahasa Indonesia in my YouTube channel. But if the time is not long, I would like to introduce SPF only, not not explain deep, but only the the basic. Okay, the basic. So we use only area 0 in this time. Okay, and network 10.0 done, and now network 1.1.1.1. Because the loopback network is slash 32, the subnet mark is 0.0.0.0.0.0 area 0. Don't ask again because we want to learn about SPF basic. Okay, don't forget to write and enter the router to enable conf. Okay. Router SPF. We try a different process ID. Okay. Network. Oh yeah. To look the network, do show IP interface brief. Okay. White. Okay. Interface brief. Network 10.10.10.0. Because word card, we put the word card from /24 and the area 0 and enter, and network 20.0. The word card from /24 and the loopback network 0000 because the subnet marks is /32. If /30, the wildcat is 0.0.0.0.3, but in 32 /32, the wildcat is 0.0.0.0.0. Okay, don't forget to do right. And the last site is router 3, enable conf router ISPF 3 to different process ID and do show IP interface brief network 2020.0 will card the area. And the last is loopback. And we check do ping to loopback router 2. Okay, we must check again. Do show IP route. Sorry. What? Okay, wait. Okay. Okay. Oh, I know the problem. Okay, the problem is we forget the router cannot automatically turn on the interface. Okay, look at this. We don't turn on the interface, so the information of routing OSPF don't enter. Okay, this is a problem. This mostly problem if we use router. We forget to turn on the interface. Okay, sorry. So we turn on the interface first in router 3, no shutdown, and in router 2. Okay, interface loopback is uh is automatic on when we configure interface IP interface loopback 0, for example. Now the interface is automatically on, but the interface physical in router we must configure turn on is manual. Interface range gig 0 0 0 1, no shutdown, to right. Interface gig 0 0 0, no shutdown. Okay. Okay, certain time forward, and here we go. We check again the with bar loading to full loading down. Check again. Do show routing table. Sorry. I'm very sleepy. Do show IP. What? Do show IP route. This is done. So you can ping from router 3 to router 1. Okay, finish. Maybe. Okay. Maybe that's all about me. Okay. Before I close this video, I would like to check ping first. 2 1 is done, and 2 3. This one. Do ping 2.2.2. Do ping 3.2.3. Okay. This is this. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have a question, don't be shy to put in the comment And thank you for my watching video, and see you on the next video.